Spiritual Innovations TV. I'm Princess the Goddess, and this is your daily message. I did not pop on yesterday, so I just wanted to take some time out to make sure that I came on today and give you your daily message. If you've been following my social media, you know that there has been some weird things going on that I've been trying to deal with in my personal life. So please forgive the low energy today. I just been trying to deal with what we all deal with, which is personal issues, personal problems in our own lives, and everything comes in cycles. So I'm in my cycle where I'm actively dealing with issues and problems in my life. Okay, deaths in the family. Yeah. Anyway, so but the daily message for today is what is a mental sex block? I know that I say this a lot, and this is the particular aspect of my work that I deal with the most. And a mental sex block is just any thought, ideal, belief that inhibits or keeps you from doing things that you would want to do if it weren't for the thoughts, beliefs, or the ideas that you had in your mind. That's basically what it is. So, with that said, a mental sex block can develop at any time for any reason. The most popular or the most usual types of mental sex blocks stem from childhood, from being under the care of individuals who are not properly educated on the topic of sex. And for whatever reason, they were afraid of sexuality. And so what they do is they pass this fear on to you, and they feed you ideals, beliefs, and even, training that they may have gotten from a fearful source about sex, and they transfer that onto you. And now you, in your adulthood, cannot bring yourself to do certain acts that you are curious about, or that you actually do want to do, or you see them and you think, oh wow, that's kind of spicy, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I just don't feel like I can do it, right? So that's what a mental sex block look like. I personally, I'm trying to think, what was the first mental sex block that I think that I had was sucking dick. Let's be honest. Oh yeah. So for me, this sex block, sucking dick, I did not participate in oral sex for a long time. Like, I was married before I started even considering the idea of putting a penis in my mouth. And I think this mainly came from the overall ideal that dick sucking is a low vibing, or like a low thing to do, which is funny because most men like it. And yet we're feeding women this ideal that sucking dick is shameful. Okay? There's an incongruency, an inconsistency between what people are wanting and desiring and the messages that are putting out. So that right there, the inconsistency, that creates a mental block. So my first mental sex block was not being able to participate in oral sex. Another example of a mental sex block would be for a man would be not participating in anal play, because it has been said that if you participate in anal play that you're gay, or that you prefer, or that you're homosexual, or you prefer homosexual tendencies. But that's a block, because the inconsistency there is that participating in a particular activity is not what makes you a homosexual. Preferring a man or being attracted to a man as a man makes you a homosexual. Okay? You say you glad I got that block? Yeah. I oral sex was a really big thing, because the first thing that a person says, right, when they get upset, or, well, a dude, let's be honest, most men, is they say, "Oh, you can suck my dick," like it's a bad thing, when really all they're saying is, all you're good for is to make me feel good. That's really what they're saying. All you're good for is to just make me feel good. There's nothing else you can give me, so you can get out my face. But I feel like the phrase, "Oh, you can suck my dick," has really put a damper on most people's desire, most women's desire, to actually want to participate in oral sex with you. Okay? So that's what a mental sex block is. And if we are going to overcome these mental sex blocks, we have to change the way that we speak, because you can really put an ideal in somebody's mind and that will become a block, period. You will make them feel like it's something that they're not supposed to do, and then you cannot come back later and be like, "Oh, well, I mean, I know that I used the phrase suck my dick, in a derogatory way, but I really want you to suck my dick. Please suck my dick." You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that, because now she's like, no, because when you get upset, you use that against me or against women to make them feel bad, but then you want to be gratified in it too. That doesn't make sense. So we have to change the way that we speak, especially when it comes to sex. If you are trying to create an atmosphere that allows for your partner to want to do these things for you, okay? Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me see. Let me go to the chats real well. Oh, hey, how you doing, M. Dilla? What's going on? So yeah, so that is what a mental sex block is. Now, what does it look like on the outside when you run into someone who has a mental sex block? Okay, so again, with that particular block, the woman doesn't want to participate in fellatio. She chooses not to, because it's been associated with being derogatory. Or another mental sex block is when people grow up in like religious backgrounds and they now can't have sex. I'm going to walk you through this process of this particular mental sex block. So you have a person who's in a religious affiliation who's been told, don't have sex until marriage, right? Don't have sex till marriage. Don't do it, whatever. But as sexual creatures, because we are, period, as children, a little 2-year-old boy can have some wood, okay? A 2-year-old little boy gets hard. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you have children, whatever. But the anatomy of a human is already set up sexually before they're even born. That's why women have eggs and boys come here with their sperm and all that. We're already set up for sex. Okay? Now you go into this affiliation and they're telling you you cannot have sex before this time. Now you're getting older, you're starting to experience some things, and you're hearing in the back of your mind, you cannot have sex until you get married. Now you are participating in sexual experiences here and there, but you're stopping yourself, right? Let's say you get really worked up, you get really aroused. This is what happened to a lot of women in particular, because men don't seem to get the same messages that women get about sex. So a woman is going through her life and coming into some sexual encounters. She gets aroused, but then she stops herself. And this happens several times. So now she's conditioning her body to get aroused, but to not have a release. Does that make sense? If you remember, the body is a machine. It will do what you tell it to do, and it will keep doing it after you have made it a habit. So you have a woman who continues to get aroused, but she shuts that off because she's not supposed to have sex before marriage. So you have several of these occasions. So when it's time for her to really have sex and to release, now she cannot release. She can't have an orgasm because she has conditioned her body to get aroused, to participate, because it's a natural thing, but then stop. So now when she wants to, she can't get past that threshold of releasing. Now she has to recondition her mind and her body to be comfortable with the ideal that sex is okay now. This is why a lot of women are unable to orgasm. This is why a lot of women are not interested in touching themselves, because they have been told that it's nasty, it's dirty. There are people that are still out here saying this. There is a guy on YouTube right now. I listened to, I don't even know how he came on my feed, but I listened to one of his talks on women and dating. Perfect. His advice is wonderful, great advice. But then he started bashing women that were not celibate or whatever, saying that, oh, you're putting your little nasty hand down there. And it's just like, dude, you're like, what, 40 maybe? And you're still saying that her touching herself is nasty? These are the types of comments and statements that create blocks for people who are unsure about their sexuality or uneducated about their sexuality. So these are how blocks are created. Just listening to somebody like that. And honestly, what that is just really a control mechanism that people use to take your power from you, because we talk about, sexuality. Sexuality is a power. It is truly a power. It can be used for good or for evil. So completely understanding human sexuality and how it plays such a huge part on your life can really give you a leg up on becoming the best you that you can be. Okay, so I hope I explained in detail what a mental sex block is. Hey, Brick City 101, good afternoon, love. How you doing? So yeah, I'm just delivering the message for the day. So that is a mental sex block. And as a personal strategist and a human sexuality advocate, I take my clients, we find those mental blocks, those mental sex blocks, and we work through them until you get to a place to where you are comfortable in your skin and the way you feel about your sexuality, and you can do the things that you are desiring to do in the own privacy of your own home, or with whoever you feel like you want to do it with. Okay? If you are trying to book an appointment, appointments are really scarce these days, but you can find the appointment link below in the description box. as well as my social media ID and tags. Come on over to IG, Princess the Goddess 100. Follow me there. You can also follow me at Princess the Goddess Music. I'm posting a lot of artistic work, my artistic work through sexuality on the music page. I try to blend music and sexuality and artistry all together. I just think it's such a beautiful thing. So yeah, just so if you're ready, you want to see that, just come on over. I'm on Snapchat every day. I snap pretty much throughout the day. So if Snap's your thing, you can look me up, Princess the Goddess, but it's spelled Princess, the number 2, and Goddess is spelled Goddez, not SS. All right, well, come on over. Also, don't forget that there was a new episode of the Forbidden Desires podcast that posted this past Sunday, and it's episode 8, and it talks about family values, in the here and now. Are they relevant? Do we still need them? And I think so, especially when it comes to human sexuality. In families, we should be the first teachers of the children, but if the children are not being taught, then they grow up into adults like us that don't know any better. So I think that it's relevant, but some people don't. So come on over, hear what I have to say. Again, sorry for the low energy today. I have a lot going on, a lot of stuff. I love you guys. If you have any questions, you can email me. If you have any questions about appointments, like setting an appointment, you can email me at risha@sensualinnovations.com. And also, if you're a member over at the website, tomorrow, what's today? Today, Tuesday? So on Thursday, not tomorrow, on Thursday, I will be going live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will send emails to the people who are signed up today to give you the location of our live. And we'll be live for about 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on how many of you guys show up and how long you guys want to talk, what kind of questions you have. During this time, because you have a paid membership, you can ask me any question you want to. Yeah. But if you're shy, you can just make an appointment. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later, and I hope you enjoy your day. I'm about to go and vote. No, I made it. Let's see. There's no line. There's no line here, so we should be good. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go be a productive citizen now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.